My goodness. Chris, you've managed it, haven't you? Incredible, all because of the gone essence. Or is there more to this than simply holding it? It's time we have a much needed discussion about your destiny. Would you accompany back to the forest to reconvene with the others? Blastel, Metria, we're back. It's just me. I've sent Blastel to Dorgantown to make herself useful. Oh, good thinking, thank you. It's my pleasure, truly. Well, shall we begin? Chris, we found out where your father is, with a certain degree of probability. Yes, while the rising chaos interferes with my ability to sense him, I've discovered something during my recent trip to the Isle of Origin, where our capital, Archendria, stands. To its east is a shrine, a temple, where the dragon of blackest night lies dormant. Well, not so dormant anymore. The flooded prison, the condemned laboratory, the volcano terraces, the submerged ruins, let alone the dragons, the structures themselves, were sealed with magic. No doubt you recall circumventing such seals. We'll get to that, but the point in bringing it up is to explain that the door seal of interest has been opened, or rather replaced. Besides us three witches and now yourself, Curtis, is the only person who could have opened it. But the seal has changed and no longer responds to me and presumably Blastel and Metria. Don't get the wrong idea. It's not that your father is keeping us out. He's magicless after all. We suspect that it's the Blackest Night's doing. And we suspect that your father is trapped in there with him. Considering its apparent tendency for spatial phenomena and its ever-expanding power, it isn't inconceivable that it could establish its own area seal. It wouldn't be the first time a dragon has demonstrated such knowledge of magic. Regardless of the new seal, we're not giving up. We're going to rescue your father, but for that, Chris, we'll need you. As Metria mentioned earlier, you've uniquely been able to access the sealed dungeons despite not being considered during their establishment. This power of yours, as mysterious as it is right now, may also extend to Blackest Night's seal. The plan is to embark as soon as possible, but there's someone you ought to see first. Metria, would you bring her down? Hello, my son. I have something to say if you'll hear it. Your father is the bravest man I've ever met, not just the bravest, but the strongest as well. It's hardly just an opinion. There are countless stories across Arkend of his deeds. My own clan felt this way too, which made it easier when it came to marrying him. That, and he was another dragon slayer just as we were. It's something we never talked about, in part because I wish it weren't so. It's also why you don't have grandparents on my side. You and I are the last of the lineage, though. That's never been a concern of mine when it comes to protecting you. When I was your age, I'd already seen cousins, parents, siblings, many falling to the trade. More than fearing I was next, I would think, why are they leaving me all alone? But your father was different. Battle after battle, he'd return. Even as his own clan became smaller and smaller, he was invincible, and I wanted a family. I also wanted to be there for it. Always, I retired from slaying, and we eventually had you. The war ended, and the times improved. We had a bit of a scare at the beginning, and of course, there were the Zambala, and your father would go on to train you just in case, but the threat of danger stopped feeling real. I was convinced that my new family had made it. For the first time in my life, I felt true relief. So, would you forgive me, my son, for wanting to hold on to you for just a little longer, for wanting to keep destiny away from you? But you are destined. I need you, but I am not the only one. It's been a blessing to have had you both to myself for so long. Wow, Metro, you really calmed her down. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Of course, there were 2 reasons I'd set Blastel for. I'm back. Are you done with the really sensitive topic? Blastel, we talked about entering silently once you were back. Do you remember that request? Silently? I thought you said violently. Blastel, think, why would I ever have said such a thing? I don't know, you tell me. You're the one always thinking up stuff. And there was that one time, remember? Blastel, it's been too long. I see you're youthful as ever. Back at you, Blue. A rock quaxel egg every day keeps me glowing. Thanks for the tip. Oh, well, thank you. And that's wonderful. And you're very welcome. Well, anyway, I got what you sent me for. 4 tickets to, received a boat ticket. Elena, would you like to see us to the dock? Yes, I'm ready. So before we actually depart to the eastern side of Archendria, I do want to grab one thing. No rush, kiddo. Take your time. Consider departing sooner rather than later, young Chris. Well, here we are. Is everyone ready? No? Yes? I'm ready. Excellent. We may board. Hey. Looks like you're all set. Chris, my son, you've accomplished some great things. It may not have been my ideal for you, but you are now a fine dragon slayer. A sealed dragon slayer. You've every right to brag to your dad when you see him. Take care, my son. Bring your father home. Are you really alright? Janessa, for your orchestration and for doing so above me, I may never forgive you, but guiding him and going out of your way to make sure he's ready. For that, you have my gratitude. We always knew the plan. Helena, I'll never deserve your forgiveness. It hadn't even crossed my mind. We'd been rendered unforgivable long ago. Chris, would you join me at the foremast? Hey, Met. Hold me out over the edge. I want to feel like I'm flying. I'll do no such thing. Why? Your arms are definitely long enough. Of course, they're long enough. I wouldn't be able to lift you. You're quite heavy for someone of your stature. You can tell that to my mom when you see her. And I know that. You'd use your magic to make me lighter first. No, I would not. Well, that was just wonderful, Ace. Though I'm a bit sad to see that our little adventure is coming to a close. Indeed, Aerith, but not to worry, my dear, there can always be another. I hope that mother down there gets her daughter under control soon. Kids will be kids, but I'm starting to get nervous with them so close to the edge. As we draw closer, the inescapable shall be known. It cannot be them. It can only ever be us, and those who follow the path we lay. Chris, what? When did Metria? Oh, I see. You've already met then. That does make this easier. You do know who I am talking about, don't you? The one who guides you, who resides within your heart, and the original owner of those dragon scales. Long ago, two brethren dragons came to be. They were the dragon of blackest night and the dragon of the clearest moon. Their names were Zedisar and Istrovel. Both of them elusive, Zedisar was most notorious for its power and the terror that followed in its wake. More often than not, entire slaying parties that went after it would perish in a flash. Impossible to slay, and nearly as unlikely to escape once provoked. It was as though it truly embodied humanity's fear of dragons. There being so few survivors contributed to its legendary status. On the other hand, East Trovel was hardly known to exist at all. Graceful, pearlescent, shining like the full moon in the night. With an appearance like that, you'd think it would be noticed more often. But it would seldom show. When it did, it was always with deliberation. Quietly observing us, non-aggressive, fleeting ones noticed. People tended not to believe those who have alleged to have seen it. How could a dragon be harmless? That was the spirit of the time. But East Trovel loved humanity. I know this to be true. I continue to believe, to this day, despite how things ended up. Dragons are magical creatures, of course, but for a dragon, nay, for anyone really, East Trovel possessed incredible knowledge of magic. It bordered on the divine. East Trovel would appear to us, Lastel, Metria, your father, and myself, and shared some of that knowledge, enabling us to end the war. Victorious, but among the knowledge shared, there was some thing East Trovel stressed utmost importance of. Zedisar could not be allowed to die. If it ever lost its form, the consequences would be world-ending. This condition applied to East Trovel just as well, but of course we wouldn't bring harm to our new ally. At the end of the final battle, Zedisar would be sealed alive. What comes next is hard to explain because we didn't fully understand it ourselves. We didn't end up getting the chance to ask. It was war, passions were high, and we were all a little preoccupied. You were a babe as it came to an end, and when Ystrovel took you, once your father learned of this, there was no stopping him. He went after Ystrovel and killed it. We were careful to avoid slaying Zedisar as advised, but in that moment of overpowering instinct, the world was doomed to chaos. Each brother seemed to exist to counterbalance the other's power. And so, Ystrovel, having lost his form, is why we're in this dire situation today. Despite Zedisar being sealed, its influence can no longer be contained. That we have not all perished already can only be attributed to Ystrovel's divine wisdom. You mustn't blame Curtis for this. Only in hindsight could we be more assured. and still conjecture that Easterwol's intentions were never to harm you. Curtis's newborn child was stolen by a creature whose kind he had been fighting for his entire life, not to mention that before Easterwol, not a dragon had been known to hold a conversation with a human, let alone ally with him. It's still not something featured in historic literature. Yeah, he may be a dummy, but you gotta respect the guy's commitment to protection. I'd probably have done the same. But that's clear now is what Easterville did have a plan for you. It no longer has a body, but it resides within you as a gone essence. Chris, had you considered why you can perform magic yet neither of your parents have managed to speak of? It's well understood in academia that magic is hereditary, not something that can be gained. You've got a dragon in you, kid, and not just one. They are all with us. They will help us see this through to the end. Hey, you shouldn't be spacing out when adults are talking. Janessa? Yes, I can feel it, as strong as the first time since his parents took him to see me back then. He's here with us. It's good to see you, old friend. We'll be docking soon. Shall we go over the plan? Indeed. Chris, this may not be what you wanted to hear, but despite all you've done, we don't actually plan to have you rescue your father yourself until it becomes clear that we're absolutely doomed without you. We'll have you stay out of combat. I won't be sacrificing Curtis and Helena's only child. Zedasar is many tiers above the dragons you've faced up to now. Nay, there's no comparison to be made. However, we will have you meet with a royal in order to retrieve something we believe will be needed to unlock the sealed dungeon. Their final dragon scale, set aside in a secure location. Keyscale Crypt is where you're headed. After you've retrieved the remnant. Keyscale. After you've retrieved the keyscale, you can relay that to me for some preparations prior to moving on to the Shrine of Eldra. The sealed dungeon of interest. Sir and madams, we've arrived at the port. Oh, thanks, Captain, but I'm actually going to stay up here for the... You'll be the first to touch down. Hey. Great, shall we? Looks like Metri has gone ahead with Blastel in tow. There's a bit of walking, but you can't miss the entrance. I don't actually remember if there's anything secret or hidden here. Probably not. Here they are, the great front steps of Archendria. Not quite as tall as Mount Nadrog, but impressive feat, nevertheless, wouldn't you say? Sorry to say, those weren't the only stairs you'll be climbing here. Our destination is the Royal Palace atop the third retention. Not as bad as the first set, right? Metria, how's Blasto getting along? She'll be alright, there's hardly anywhere for her to go. I've sent her ahead. Swell, let's hurry to join her. It's on me. It's not far now. Hey, what's the big idea of making us wait? Just making some arrangements. Oh, a little visit to the second. Chris. I had no idea you were coming too. How lovely it is to see you again. Lola, you do remember. I wasn't certain you would recognize me given what I'm wearing, but that's actually my outside name. Incidentally, I am the king of Harken's daughter. I had sought permission to divulge my true identity to you, and my father had this to say. A son of the is a son of mine, which sounds more strange the second time hearing it, but what it means is that you've been deemed trustworthy, so I am pleased to make your acquaintance as Princess Lorena. But you can just call me Lorena. That would be preferable. Would be acceptable as well. Lorena, we've all gathered as per the conversation with the king. Last I was here. Can we meet with him now? Oh, my father isn't here right now. He isn't here? Oi, it had to be now. Yes, I'm afraid he's on another frolic about the city. Well, that does set us back a bit, but if we begin searching now, certainly someone with a presence like the king's won't take long to spot. Well, you see, with the missing, he's been more cautious. He'll be well disguised. Oh? So this is how the world ends. I can help you look for him. There are a handful of places he frequents. We could use all the help we can get. Alright, let's split up. You should leave your crown off for now. Understood. Chris, you're not really familiar with the city. You can start wherever you like. Look for stairs if you're lost. One ought to visit Archendria at least, if one can. You might even have fun while you're here. Don't listen to her. Alright, let's scram.